What's going on, wrestling family? Welcome back to the channel. So this video is called "Was Bayley's Title Reign Disappointing?" and this comes by way of Slam Central. Go to his channel, hit that subscribe button, because the fact that he's only at 3K subscribers is criminal, bro. It's disrespectful because he does some really good content and he deserves at least 10 times more than what he has. But without further ado, let's see what he has to say about Bayley's title run. Let's get into this.
At SummerSlam, Bayley lost her championship to Nia Jax clean after holding the title for 4 months. There has been a lot of debate online discussing whether or not this reign was decent, and I'm here to tell you that it was one of the worst reigns of the Renaissance era. Let me start off by saying a majority of this was not her fault. Bayley was booked like a loser ever since she returned back to the company. Before the Royal Rumble, she won a total of 6 matches, and she had a load of matches since returning. Losing to Bianca Belair, Becky Lynch, losing every tag match with Damage Control. From the very beginning, she was already being booked as a heel that we can't take seriously as a threat for the title. Before Bayley started her chase for the title, she was almost never advertised for her appearance that she was making.
Wait, is that a person in the back that was moving while he's recording? Hey, yo, that's like a good friend right there, because if they trying to take a nap on their day off of work, I'm assuming, and they like, hey, go pursue your dreams, King. Go ahead and record your wrestling video. That's dope. That's the type of people I need to be around me. Now, for me, I couldn't be that person. If I'm taking a nap on my day off, you got to record outside, bro. You got to do some IRL stuff, because I'm going to need every minute of sleep that I can get.
Advertised for her appearance that she was making. She was one of the favorites to win the Royal Rumble.
He just said that she wasn't advertised on any the events that she was booked for, and I'm sorry for stopping it again, but that was one of my main gripes about Bayley in general. And I did a video about it because regardless of when she was champion and when she wasn't, they didn't feature on any posters, right? 2022 to 23, she got a lot of losses, like he just explained. But the weird part was she wasn't on any poster, not any live posters, not on any posters for her brand, not on any PLE posters. So it was weird because it was like, well, this person is someone that everyone is familiar with, especially the casuals. Why not use her as advertisement? And this is all coming from a person who isn't a huge Bayley fan. I loved her match against Sasha Banks in NXT. I loved a couple of her matches even on the main roster. I loved her title reigns. I thought they were pretty good. And I feel like that she's severely underrated in a lot of aspects, but this is coming from a person who isn't a huge Bayley fan. And if a person who isn't a huge Bayley fan notice that there's something wrong about what's happening to them, then that lets you know there's something wrong that's happening with them. And while she was getting left off these posters, while they were leaving her for Bad and Bougie, I thought that, okay, well, maybe it's because she's not champion. Maybe they want to reserve those spots in these posters for their current and up and coming champions. And I'm like, all right, well, if that's the case, well, it is what it is. You know, they know what they're doing. And then eventually we saw that she won the Royal Rumble. And as you can see in this poster, she's not even in this poster, and she's in the Women's Royal Rumble match, which makes no sense at all. And then she eventually wins the championship at WrestleMania 40, which we all predicted, which we all thought was going to happen. And when that happened, I was like, oh, okay, well, now that she won a championship, well, they're going to start featuring on more posters. And then the posters start coming out, and nope, they left her all Bad and Bougie again. And I'm like, she wasn't on Clash of the Castle poster. She wasn't on the King and Queen of the Ring poster. And in fact, there were even some SmackDown posters, a good bulk of it as being the champion of that brand. She wasn't even on those posters. And I'm like, bro, this is your champion. This is the champion for your brand. This is the highest level of prestige you can have as a single women's competitor on SmackDown, and you're leaving her off of your posters. What is going on here? It just didn't make any sense. Now, for some people, when I made the video, they will say, well, why does it matter? It's just a poster. Why should you care? Well, you should care because it's all about showing how the company thinks and treats their champion. Again, that's the highest level of prestige you can have as a single women's competitor on SmackDown. So they should be treated as this person who's the star. They should be treated as this person you want to use to advertise, because once you put the title on someone, they are something you use to advertise with. And it just makes any sense. Just to put it in perspective for people who don't get it, it's like Patrick Mahomes just won a Super Bowl, right? And I'm not saying the skill level in their perspective sports are the same, but I'm saying Patrick Mahomes just won a Super Bowl. Can you imagine if Patrick Mahomes, when he won that Super Bowl, and you go into Arrowhead Stadium, which is the home of the Kansas City Chiefs, and you see no posters of Patrick Mahomes, the reigning champion for your specific team? You don't see them anywhere. You don't see the posters anywhere. You don't see LeBron James posters of him on the U.S. team after they just won the gold medal and he won MVP anywhere when they talk about the Olympics. So the first thing that comes to mind is like, bro, either they don't respect them or this person did something wrong. And it's less likely to believe that Bayley did something wrong. So you start to wonder, why doesn't WWE seem to value her as much? And it's not even just about Bayley. It's about whoever is champion at the time. And one of the things, guys, really quick before I hit play again, I'm sorry, that I started to wonder, I'm like, well, they keep leaving her off the poster. And I was kind of like, okay, is this going to backfire on Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill? Because they started to be on posters before they were even tag team champions and leaving Bayley, who was the current champion, off those posters. It was just, I don't know. It was just weird to me. But anyway, let's continue.
She wasn't even on the promotional poster. She had one of the hottest stories going into WrestleMania. She wasn't even promoted in the WrestleMania ads.
Yep.
She finally won the WWE Women's Championship after a classic match with Io Sky, and it finally looked like she would be receiving the respect that she deserves. At least that's what we thought at the time. The SmackDown after Mania, Bayley came out to address the WWE Universe as their new WWE Women's Champion. This was an okay promo with the babyface champ addressing the role that they had to take in order to finally secure the gold again. She talks about how the championship represents the most talented locker room that she has ever been a part of. She then goes on to offer a world championship shot until she got interrupted by Tiffany Stratton. She accepted Bayley's challenge because it was Tiffy time. Bayley alerts her that the challenge wasn't for her. It was actually for Naomi. Then Tiffany Stratton said Naomi couldn't win the championship if she tried. Naomi stormed to the ring looking for a fight.
True.
So already on day one, we have a potential rivalry between Bayley and Tiffany Stratton. Things looked like they were going to start on the right foot. The following week, she faced Naomi for the title. I'm gonna be honest, I did not enjoy this match. It felt like this whole match was in slow motion. Nothing exciting happened. And
it kind of felt like that for Naomi since she came back. Now, don't get me wrong. I like Naomi. I think she's great. And I watched her in TNA. Even when she left WWE to go to TNA Impact at the time, I did a video where I was supporting her. I was like, I'm happy when wrestlers leave WWE and find some other place to go to, because then they can get better and then come back and get paid or get the respect that they deserve, regardless of how you feel about however that situation happened with her and Sasha. But when she came back, I did notice, even at Elimination Chamber, it just felt like there was something, the pace of it was a little bit off on her end. But don't get me wrong, she's gotten a lot better as of lately, and she's doing a lot better. So it was just very interesting to see.
Naomi looked extremely rusty in the ring. Well, this match didn't last very long because Tiffany Stratton interfered. She began to attack both women and hit the prettiest moonsault on both of them. Tiffany Stratton stood tall over Bayley and Naomi. The following show, there was a #1 contender match for the WWE Women's Championship between Naomi and Tiffany Stratton, and Bayley was sitting ringside. Naomi was a little better in this match, but it still felt a bit too slow. This match got interrupted by Nia Jax, who was drafted to the show on the same night. Nia Jax then attacked Naomi, and the match was called off. Tiffany Stratton then set up Bayley and Naomi in the middle of the ring and hit the prettiest moonsault once again on the both of them. It was clear from the start that they wanted to present Tiffany Stratton as a star for the brand. So now we have 3 competitors gunning for the title: Nia Jax, Naomi, and Tiffany Stratton. The following week, it was a 4-on-4 tag match. This was a fun tag match in front of a hot France crowd. Everyone got their offense in, and they also teased tension between Bianca Belair and Bayley. This was great stuff from everyone involved, with Bayley's team taking the W before Backlash. At the PLE, it was a triple threat match for the WWE Women's Championship. These girls did their thing at the PLE. This was one of the best matches of the night, as it was fast-paced, hard-hitting, and extremely exciting. Nobody knew if Bayley was truly going to retain because of how strong Tiffany Stratton was being booked. Naomi actually looked like her former self. Tiffany shined throughout the match, and Bayley was showing why she was crowned the champion. Absolutely spectacular match that had Bayley retain her championship, pinning Naomi. This was the best possible way to start off the championship reign. The following show was building up the Queen of the Ring, so Bayley wasn't much of a feature while this tournament was going on. The following week, Bayley was interviewed by Byron about the contenders in the tournament. She got interrupted by Chelsea Green and Piper Niven. Then Bayley challenged Green to a match on the next show. This match sucked. No one was invested in seeing a Bayley versus Chelsea Green match, and I don't blame you if you didn't care.
Because
this
you knew
match
the result.
ended in less than 5 minutes, and then she got attacked by Piper Niven afterwards.
Piper Niven, but we just knew that Chelsea Green wasn't going to win, and because Chelsea Green still to this day is still booked as like a comedic jobber. So it was just like, what investment do we have in this match unless you were like a huge Chelsea Green fan? Which sucks for Chelsea because she's really good in the ring. If they give her an opportunity to showcase that, you'll see it one day.
it was clear that they wanted to set up a program with Piper. Bayley's reign up to this point was already disappointing, and people will be all in the comments telling me to give a title reign some time, but WWE themselves didn't even seem to care about booking Bayley into some interesting programs. They should have thought about utilizing the WWE draft in a better way, or abolishing the women's tag titles altogether so the main eventers could get a shot at Bayley and spice things up. But nope, they are feeding her to people like Chelsea Green. Chelsea Green is a
I don't know about abolishing it. Like, that's not necessary, because then if you abolish it, then you only got 2 titles for the ladies, and they have nothing to do outside of just, if there's no reason for women's tag teams to exist at that point. And then it's just like there's nothing for them to do if they're not going after the title. And it feels like they already don't have a lot to do as far as the women's division, even with the tag team title. So I don't think that would be a good idea.
Comedy character, but she is in no way, shape, or form a threat for the title. At the PLE, Nia Jax defeated Lyra Valkyria to become the Queen of the Ring, which grants her the opportunity to face Bayley for the WWE Championship at SummerSlam. The following show, Nia Jax was addressing the WWE Universe after winning the tournament. Then Bayley interrupted, who was then blindsided by Piper Niven. Chelsea Green lets Nia know that she won't have to worry about Bayley being the champion, that she's going to have to worry about Piper Niven being champion by SummerSlam. So far, Bayley has been booked like the inferior compared to her opponents, and things were looking very sour for her title reign. This set up a tag match later on in the night, which was alright. Naomi got pinned in this match, once again making Bayley look like a loser. It's like the more things change, the more things stay the same. The following show, Bayley was cutting a promo against Piper Niven. She talked about respecting the journey that Piper went through to get to the WWE, and that she can't wait to beat her at Clash of the Castle. Piper Niven told Bayley that she knows nothing about her, and that she will become the new WWE Women's Champion. This promo nearly put me to sleep while I was writing the script, because these two are charisma vacuums. Bayley,
what, really? I thought that was, I thought that was Piper Niven's best promo that she's had in WWE. I thought that made her a lot more interesting to the people who weren't familiar with her than before. Because I used to watch her when she was Viper in the Indies, and when she was in NXT UK, and I thought that was great for her. And I thought that was a plus for the title reign of Bayley, for putting Piper over, not in the sense of winning a match, but giving her opportunity to cut that promo. And I get that the whole reason why Piper Niven was even in this match is because of Scotland and all these different things. But the fact that she was able to showcase or give some spotlight to someone else who could be a potential threat in the future, I thought that was a great idea.
Better promos as a heel than she does as a face. And Chelsea should handle all the promos for Piper, because her promo game gives her negative aura. The match at Clash of the Castle was alright.
It wasn't that
I feel
bad.
like such a negative Nancy, but the matches under her reign truly underwhelmed. Pretty much the whole match, Bayley was getting dominated. Chelsea Green was doing her antics outside, then got kicked.
Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that she was like, she cut one of those Jake the Snake or CM Punk or Drew McIntyre or John Cena promos when it comes to Piper Niven, but I really do feel like that was her best promo so far. And for me, as being a fan of hers for a while, I guess it was kind of cool to see that. So maybe I'm a little biased in that area.
out. Then a new superstar debuted, and I think her name was Nacho Chelsea. The match wasn't anything special, but Piper Niven was granted a shot because it was in her hometown. The match ended in yet another roll-up. So far, her title reign, she hasn't beaten a single person with her finisher. She rolled up Naomi and now has rolled up Piper Niven. Bayley was not being presented like a believable champion, and the title reign has been feeling underwhelming. After this, she will only appear in backstage segments for the next couple of weeks. She then had a rematch against Piper Niven, and a fight broke out between the competitors in the Money in the Bank match. This led to Bayley winning the match, then she was attacked by Nia Jax. Michin came in for the save, and that was the segment. Once again, Bayley is in a meaningless match that really led to nothing for her specifically. It was just a ploy for all the Money in the Bank competitors to get some momentum for their match. The following week, she was having a promo battle with Tiffany Stratton and Nia Jax. This was interesting because Bayley brought up the fact that Nia Jax has to worry about Tiffany Stratton potentially cashing in the briefcase on her. Bayley then got jumped, and once again, Michin came out to save the champion. Then a match was set up between Michin and Nia Jax. Nia secured a victory, and she was about to continue a beatdown on Michin until Bayley interrupted. Then Tiffany Stratton helped out Nia, and they beat up Bayley, once again laying out the champion. After this, Tiffany Stratton teased the cash in, but Nia Jax quickly interrupted that and questioned what she was doing. The next show, there was a live interview between Bayley and Nia Jax, and this was...
I didn't care too much about this one. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I don't mean to be or be negative about this, but this right here was probably, as far as the mini split screen promos that they've had in WWE in probably the past 5 years, this probably got to be the weakest. I'm not even gonna lie to you guys.
decent for what it was. Bayley really flamed Nia Jax in this segment, if we're being honest. She talked about Nia being fat, clumsy, and reckless. These were actual concerns back in 2017, so the fact that this was brought up kind of made this feud a little more personal. Later on in the show, Tiffany Stratton had a match with Michin, and Bayley came out and attacked Nia Jax. Bayley then destroyed the Money in the Bank briefcase, which is a blessing in disguise, which I'll discuss later on in the video. The following show, Bayley was in a tag match with Michin against Nia Jax and Tiffany Stratton. Bayley took the pin, and once again the champion was seen on the ground to end a segment. When was the last time that Bayley got an upper hand during her reign? A champion should be presented as such, a champion, but Bayley has been presented as a loser ever since winning her title. Remember when I said Bayley then destroyed the Money in the Bank briefcase, which is a blessing in disguise? Well, Nia Jax rewarded Tiffany Stratton with a brand new Money in the Bank briefcase. This is the best custom designed briefcase that I've ever seen WWE make. By the way, Bayley didn't even show up on this show. On the go home show for SummerSlam, the main champion did not show up. They would never do this for Rhea Ripley if she was a champion, and they would never do this for Jade Cargill if she was the champ. The match at SummerSlam wasn't good in my opinion. Nia Jax has improved substantially in almost every category, but this match was just dull. For a majority of this match, Nia Jax was dominating and it just wasn't entertaining. Tiffany Stratton came out and teased a Money in the Bank cash-in, which was the ultimate distraction to allow Nia Jax to defeat Bayley and become the new WWE Women's Champion. Now for the ultimate question. Was Bayley's title reign disappointing? Yes, it was highly disappointing. We were promised a new era in women's wrestling and that was not delivered. So what went wrong? Number one, her booking was abysmal. She was never given a fair chance to show her value as a champion because they never treated her as if she was a champion. They constantly booked her in situations where she looked like a loser, and that's how you immediately detach the fans from the character. Number two is her promos. Bayley's promos as a babyface is definitely not her strong suit. She is better off as a heel, and this reign heavily showed that. She talks in the same tone and she never really talks with passion, so most of her promos are just a bore. It's bad enough that they paired her in promo battles with Nia Jax and Piper Niven. Number three, the matches were underwhelming. Outside of the match at Backlash, none of the matches she had afterwards had any flavor. They were all either slow paced or had no interesting stories going into it. These are the reasons I could put together to explain why I believe Bayley's title reign was highly disappointing. Let me know what you all think about Bayley's title reign. Did it disappoint you? Did you enjoy it? Let me know all of that down in the comments below. You want to say bye to the people?
Bye, my dream.
Bye, people.
Oh, that's the person who was sleeping in the back.
Hope you all enjoy. Peace and love to you all. See you guys in the next video.
That's what's up. Okay, she's a dope supporter as far as him. I don't know what her relation is to him, but that's pretty dope. Overall, when it comes to Bayley's title reign, in my personal opinion, I thought it was just okay. I can understand why it was disappointing because given everything that's been happening in the Renaissance era with storylines getting better, matches getting better, you kind of look at what's been going on with her and you're like, okay, maybe this is the opportunity that she finally gets to respect in a great storyline that she deserves, given that she had so many losses in 2022-23. Because people who are a fan of Bayley, they're like, she finally got her WrestleMania moment that we wanted, so the sky is the limit at this point, and they didn't deliver on that. And it's kind of crazy to see it that way because you've seen them booking everything else a lot better, and that's the reason why I would not have gotten better with the tag team division, but that's why that was my gripe, because you look at the whole landscape of everything else being booked right, at least being decent to great, and then you look at Bayley or you look at the tag team champions on both sides, and you kind of like, outside of, factions, what are they doing with those titles? So I get where he's coming from. I can understand why he says that it's disappointing. And again, it's his opinion anyway. So regardless if I agree or disagree, he has the right to have his opinion. So you guys let me know in the comment section, what do you guys think about WWE's booking of Bayley? Do you think her title reign was disappointing? Do you think it was okay? Or was it satisfying to you? I'd love to hear what you guys think. Thank you guys so much for sharing this moment with me. I hope you guys have an amazing day. Salute, peace, have a good day.